Hello and welcome to Most Haunted Extra. This week we're in Powys, Wales.
We just arrived at Tretower Court. It's fantastic.
There are some great stories here all over. We've got a castle next door, we've got battlements here.
The castle is derelict and inside there's absolutely nothing.
The walls must be at least 3 foot thick, and it's a little bit damp in some of the places.
It's all right at the moment because the sun's shining, but later, when it gets a bit cold and dark, it's going to get really spooky. Kath's going to be struggling doing the makeup in the pitch black. She'll probably end up doing it in the back of my car. Doing it in the back of my car. Can you say that on TV?
As well as it being very scary, I think one of our biggest problems is going to be comfort for the crew.
This is where the kit is and where we're going to sort of spend most of the night. It's pitch black. It's going to be freezing cold.
You know, I've got to know where everyone's going, what everyone's doing, you know, be able to log that for everyone. And I'm not going to be able to see, so I'm going to have to, you know, confiscate a torch from somebody and make sure it's mine for tonight.
The fact there's no electricity is just brilliant. So, you know, if we get something like drops in temperature and things like that, they can't be caused by, you know, electricity interacting with people's brains, which is what us parapsychologists think a lot of hauntings are. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this place.
It's a stunning place, it really is. At the moment, all I've seen is sort of what would be the courtyard of an old castle. But what excites me more is we're following in the steps of Johnny Depp. Oh, how exciting is that, Kath? Very excited. We're very excited indeed, because we're big fans of Johnny Depp.
It's different from anything we've done. I'm a little concerned how it's going to reveal itself later, because I think the crew are going to be right up against it today.
Because it's such a beautiful sunny day, we've done all the work really quickly. We didn't need to put lights up, etc, etc. So everything's flown, and we've spent quite a bit of the day just messing about and having a good time.
Something's just happened out here. I don't think it's paranormal, but it's happened to David, and I think we need to get there as quickly as possible, just to see what himself. So, David, what's actually happened?
Not suitable to polite a language. A bird has shat on my arm.
That's great. That's good luck. Where there's muck, there's luck.
Everyone's in very, very good mood. It's such a beautiful day, beautiful place, and things always seem to happen when we're having a laugh and we're just getting on with it.
As far as the hauntings go, apparently it's the ghost of a white lady that's been seen all around. So we're basically dealing with the ghost of a white lady. Let's hope that she causes some kind of phenomena. Who knows?
The white lady we believe to be the ghost of Roger Vaughan's wife. She's standing, looking over the battlements, waiting for him to come back. But of course he doesn't come back, because he's been beheaded. And the reason he was beheaded was because a few years earlier he beheaded Owen Tudor. Owen Tudor was no less than the grandfather of King Henry VII, and he was beheaded at Shrewsbury. And to get the revenge on him, the family later dragged Roger Vaughan from this place off to Chepstow and beheaded him.
I think from the medium side of things, there's nothing here that they can get visual clues from other than the date of the property. So that will be interesting to see what they both come up with.
I'm really looking forward to tonight, see what we get. I think, though, one thing I would say about it is at the moment it doesn't feel threatening in any way. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it certainly doesn't feel like that. So I'm looking forward to doing the vigils, etc.
Ghosts, beheadings, executions, we've got a lot here. Can't wait for tonight. And the other thing I've just been told is that over to the right of me is an old tower, part of the original castle. Haunted, of course. We're going there tonight.
There's a little boy child also that is in a whimpering state here, but not here. Not here. And this child, I feel, would have probably left the physical body no older than 3. But this little child, again, if you're asking, because I've been asking, would this child be seen full spirit body? And I don't think so. I feel, again, we may be getting a manifestation to the physical eye or the naked eye of someone seeing a small, shadowy type figure moving, running. Most certainly is because of this little boy child. The child came over from the castle keep. The child belongs to the castle keep. And we'll find the conditions correct when we go there to link with the boy child.
Oh, God, it's freezing.
Yeah, it is.
What's that? Oh, no, it's all right. Phew. I see a bat, I'm out of here.
Now, you know, as we've come here now, I know this little boy, okay, I know his energies. He moved from this level, this area, over to that main building for some reason, but he originates here. I feel it's around here he lost his life.
How did the little boy die? You said an accident.
Yeah, I feel as if there was he was doing something, he was around this area and he either fell, I don't know if it's from a height or whether I just feel as if it happened quickly, but he was not murdered or slain. Was that his father? So I've got to say Roger again, right? There's a Roger, a different Roger to that main building.
Yeah.
And he's the father of this child who was lost at a very young age. And he was an owner of this, I feel. Can you give me a bit more? Picard. Roger Picard. And this boy child lost his life in this area. I feel actually it was an accident. I don't feel he was, his life wasn't taken from him. And it was an accident and it broke Roger's heart. And I feel Roger Picard ruled in some way. And he was...
You know what time this is? What period, Derek?
Oh, when was that, Sam? This goes way back. This could be late 1200 and something. You know, way back.
Right.
Maybe towards 1300, but I feel as if we're way back in that time.
And this Roger built this place, did he?
I feel he was the one who must have started this off, built it all up.
Right.
This is where I'm getting the noise of clash of swords. I'm also very much getting when something legal's happening, they show me a set of scales, the scales of justice in my head. So they're showing me that, so this is clearly where judgments were made on people in some way. If there's a manor house, very often the centre of communities, they would have had this sort of thing and this sort of role. And they're, you know, in general, what they put in my head then is pictures of people being dragged in and thrown onto their knees and begging for forgiveness and don't kill me, do this, whatever. But there's no central characters, and that's what's so hard for me, because I can't link into anyone and get to them, because, you know, my guides can only do so much, and they cannot pull forward people who don't exist.
Yeah.
If the people aren't here, they can't say, right, we'll have, 16th century, used to live here, bet you get down there. They can't do that.
Richard, can I just bring you in again? Would this room have been used as a court?
This was a manorial court, yeah. The lords of the manor in the period around the 1400s would have held court here.
In this room?
In this room. There was certainly no prison cell or anything like that, and it would have been petty crimes.
Right.
They didn't have the ability to sentence people to death,
right, that makes sense.
or anything like that from here. So we're talking of whippings, brandings, fines. That's petty, but that's the sort of thing. Okay. And no imprisonment as such. Most people weren't in prison. They were either fined, branded, or tortured in some way, and then sent on their way.
I've just been off to the castle keep, and there was John Gilbert, Carl, Derek, and me.
It was the little boy, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was...
The little boy, he originates from here, from this area. He lost his life here. And this is why, but you know, it'd be really, even to myself, be interesting why, if he's grounded and he's not been able to move on, bless him, why suddenly he changed his area of space over to the building or the house area. Why? I'd like to know that myself.
Would he show himself on other levels? Because obviously, there are lots of other levels.
Yeah, he would have been like.
Would he
would have been
be able to do
along
that?
to one level. Yeah.
Would he be allowed to?
That he was associated with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could figure basically.
He could levitate. It seemed like he's levitating, but he's just.
Yeah, but he's on his air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call out, Carl, or whoever. Just call out and just see if we can get a response.
Guys, the little boy's here. Just
Yes.
run past us. Do something. We didn't get a name for this little one, did we?
No, I haven't. I haven't been given anything. Oh, thanks. No, that's because you mentioned that. I've got a response. You see, you don't know when that's going to happen. His father is John Bacard. His father is John Bacard, and he's named after his father. Yeah, apart from the other man I mentioned before.
Yeah, you've got Roger.
Roger. So there's John as well, and a little boy. The father of the little boy is John, who is named after him. So it's the little boy is John Bacard.
So John Jr. but John.
Okay.
John, little John. If you're here,
I have just heard for the first time the things that Yvette hears frequently.
I heard.
And not as bad as that, but I actually thought you were standing close to me and you were wheezing, John. It was just as if there was a sort of a sickly person that was sort of wheezing.
Personally, I really don't think this place is haunted. I'm not scared. I could easily walk around this place on my own. I don't have a problem with it. Hopefully my attitude will change. Hopefully something will happen to make me think twice, but at the minute, I'm not convinced that this place is haunted.
And are you happy to go off on your own this evening?
I wouldn't say happy. I'm happy to go away. If I come back terrified, then so be it.
Okay.
Well, I think the tower looks fantastic, and I think when it goes dark, I'm not going to want to go in there. Although, I really, really want to experience something, so I might actually go in there by myself. I see something. I mean, this is as brave as I get. That's it. I'm going. I can't do it anymore. Okay. I can't do it.
It's a most haunted thumbs down. There is nothing in this castle.
To be honest, I was pretty much scared by birds flapping.
That lasted a long time, though.
Was he been outside on his own?
Yeah, to the castle.
That was Louis' first solo vigil. What a complete waste of time.
The stories of the ghost or ghost here, she sounds like she was quite a nice lady, and it's a nice welcoming place, even though it's freezing cold and full of bats, which are pretty scary.
Look, what's that? Oh no, it's all right. Phew. I see a bat, I'm out of here.
It's a very welcoming and nice place. We've just been on our first vigil. I went with Kath and Rachel over to the castle on the top of the hill.
And it was quite scary going up there because we hadn't been there in the day. I hadn't been there in the day.
There were a lot of bats flying around. What's that noise?
Bats. Oh my God.
This bat's literally circling.
Well, don't put the light on, don't go to the light. They're going to go to the camera then, aren't they? Hang on, I'll let Joe go down and then I'll turn towards you.
Should we just stand in the middle? Oh God, oh Gigi, I just don't like all these dark holes.
My own apprehension was the fact that we were so far away from the other crew, so if something did happen, we didn't have a walkie-talkie on us or anything.
Oh, I thought I saw movement.
Where?
Shh. Oh my God.
It's a banging noise, like walking. Did you hear that noise? Did you hear it?
And so we heard shuffling and all kinds of noises, but it could be anything, couldn't it? And then we left the castle, and we were just walking out, and Rachel had a torch on the floor, and I fell head first.
What is here? Yeah, fine. Is the camera all right?
Yes, the camera's fine.
You're all right, Joe. Oh my God.
I don't know what I tripped over. There was nothing in my way, and I was holding the camera and it went flying, and I've got a really poorly knee now, and it's all grazed like I fell over in the playground. So I'm going to be hobbling about for the rest of the evening, but hopefully we'll get some things going and something exciting will happen later.
In the second bedroom, I was involved in a mantra with Yvette, and David was present, and Ian had the camera.
We're going to try an experiment. I'm going to ask the girls to chant, which is a bit foreign for some people, and some people feel a bit uncomfortable, which is why initially I've asked the girls to do it, because traditionally they don't feel quite so hard up about it.
This experiment was new to us all, so David, Kath and myself were keen to try it out. Would this new practice open new doors for us, and how would we feel about it?
We sat round and we had to kind of get in tune with each other by chanting Om. And at first I felt really, really silly at first, because it just didn't seem normal.
Well, what the Om does, if you like, it kind of purifies. Do you know what I mean? It purifies the energy around you. Right. And as it purifies the energy, they find it easier, because the density of where we are is very thick for them. The mantra we're going to use is just a basic Om, but Om is a very protective mantra, but it's also extraordinarily powerful.
But once you got into it, you could almost feel the energies around the room, and it was really kind of exciting.
Are you alright?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, just make your head go.
It is hypnotic, and imagine monks do this for hours on end.
Your head, I mean, it's just you're hearing the noises, but the loudness of it, it's actually very hypnotic.
Yeah. It changes the vibration of where you're sitting, and it changes your whole energy system shifts because of the vibration you're working at. So you're pulling maybe personal astrals or perhaps guides or something. But what was really interesting for me was that the energy was getting really tight, you know.
Right.
Who is this woman's husband? Still. It's just. Alright, so it's an RO name. Yeah. Vaughan.
Well done.
Vaughan.
Well
That's
done.
the surname.
Well done.
She's saying, now when you said it, she's saying, bring him back to me, and I'm saying to who? And she's saying, then she said, Roger Vaughan.
And he was executed.
He was the one who was executed. And just hang on, so I can't bring him back to you, and I need to take you to him. Why does she feel so stuck? I can't understand it. Why won't she go? Okay. I wonder if it's because she thinks he's gone to hell. Therefore she can't follow him, do you know what I mean?
Oh, bless her, yeah.
Therefore it's safer to stay here.
Yeah.
Than it is to be judged.
Than it is to be judged or go where he's gone.
Yeah.
When he hasn't gone to hell. I think for me, what's interesting is what came through, first of all, was personal astrals. Now, although I've sometimes been aware of them, I don't really like to mention them, but because I think of the chanting, they were so strong, I clearly had to say something. There is an astral by you, I don't mean to say, he's a young boy. Yeah. And he is either someone you knew at school has died, or someone in your family has just died recently.
Can you describe him?
He's wearing a white t-shirt. They're making a joke about shaving. And I could see a beard or a resemblance, you know, it was just poking through lightly really at the point that I saw him. And later on, Ian discovered that that was indeed highly significant for him. It's a small detail, but it could be the final thing that I think, well, you know what, it had to be because no one else knew that.
He was quite shocked that David had come up with this guy, and he actually went off and he was crying, and David had to go and see him, which to me is just fantastic.
Although Ian might believe that he was talking perhaps with his dead friend, I perhaps err on the side of caution and say that, you know, Ian knows that information, so it's in his brain, and it's not unreasonable that David somehow, you know, telepathically picked up on that. But sure, there are other interpretations, and it could well be the life after death interpretation is the correct one, and I can't tell you that he's wrong. I can just only tell you what my professional opinion is, and again, we wait and see another investigation and see what happens.
This location as a whole, do I think it's scary? It looks the part.
I think it's haunted. I think it's only haunted by one ghost. I think it's haunted by the ghost of Lady Vaughan.
I feel very privileged. We're the first sort of paranormal investigators to come to this place, so we are very honoured, and we thank the organisers for allowing us to, the trustees to allow us to come here.
But I think if you get something happening in every location, I think the viewers back home are going to start thinking, come on guys, what are you up to? Well, I can honestly say, we don't get up to anything. All we do is we do a 24-hour most haunted investigation. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then it doesn't.
It's a beautiful place, but not particularly active, so I guess we go on another day to see whether we can get proof of life after death.
But it's been fantastic, and thanks for watching Most Haunted Extra, and I hope I'll see you next week. Who knows, we may have caught something there for you. We wait and see.